forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. At 12:35 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a very strong and powerful earthquake has struck Grand Junction, Colorado. An earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 9.1 on the Richter scale was reported in the city of Grand Junction. It is believed that this earthquake was epicentered at the La Garita caldera. Massive damage has been reported in the town as a result of this powerful earthquake. It is unknown if this earthquake triggered the La Garita supervolcano to likely erupt, but it is unknown at this time. All residents in Grand Junction are advised to stay in their homes until the shaking stops. Get under a sturdy object to protect yourself from objects that are about to fall on you. Be prepared of aftershocks with magnitudes 5.5 or higher on the Richter scale that may occur anytime soon. Stay tuned for more information and updates on this developing situation.
Volcano Watch. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Based on the information of the 9.1 earthquake that struck Grand Junction that we received, it is believed that the La Garita supervolcano is active and will erupt in the next week. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is issuing evacuations of areas within a 500 miles radius of the La Garita supervolcano. All residents living within a 500-mile radius of the La Garita supervolcano are advised to evacuate immediately. Gather the necessary supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, phones, chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries with you for your journey. Do not pick up any relatives from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes, as these facilities will have their own evacuation procedures. Stay tuned for more information and updates on this life-threatening situation.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Paste, the incredible rubberized paste. Right out of the tub, Flex Paste is super thick. It clings to the surface and
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency and the United States Geological Survey. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is a volcano warning. It has been reported that the Garita supervolcano that was active approximately 6 days ago is expected to erupt in the next 24 hours. This is the direct result of a 9.1 magnitude earthquake that was epicentered at the Garita caldera. A volcano warning means that a volcanic eruption is imminent and will likely erupt in the next 24 hours. All residents living within a 500-mile radius of the Garita supervolcano are advised to evacuate immediately. Gather the necessary supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, phones, chargers, and a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries with you for your journey. Do not pick up any relatives from schools, hospitals, or nursing homes, as these facilities will have their own evacuation procedures. Tie a white or bright-colored towel to your door or mailbox to notify your local civil authorities that you have obeyed the evacuation procedures. If you don't evacuate, you will face certain death. There is no time for delay. Evacuate now. Stay tuned for more information and updates on this extremely dangerous situation. Repeating, the Garita supervolcano is active and will erupt in the next 24 hours. Evacuate now.
surfaces and hard-to-reach areas. Now it's easy to seal up windows and doors to help prevent flood damage. To show you the power of
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency of the United States Geological Survey. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The eruption of the Garita supervolcano is imminent, and it's expected to occur in the next 2 hours. It is now too late to evacuate. I repeat, it is now too late to evacuate the area. If you are within a 500-mile radius of the Garita supervolcano, you will face certain death. All areas will be destroyed by pyroclastic flows and all areas will be covered up in ash. If you have evacuated, do not return home, as there is no home to return to. Shelters are being set up in the following states: Maine, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. These areas will receive little to no ash after the eruption. Stay tuned for more information and updates on this extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Repeating, the Garita supervolcano will erupt in 2 hours. It's now too late to evacuate.
Good evening, New York City. It is currently 6 p.m. sharp Eastern Daylight Time. I am your host, James Berlin, speaking to you live from WCBS in New York City, New York. Alright, on to the breaking news. We have just received a report that the Garita super volcano is expected to erupt at any moment now. Once this eruption occurs, ash will be spreading through hundreds of miles. Shelters are being set up in the previously mentioned states. I can barely speak right now. A supervolcanic eruption has never occurred during the occupancy of civilized humans. I just can't believe it! Oh, what? Oh my god. Is it happening? What? Oh my god! The Garita supervolcano just erupted! Oh my god. If you're listening to this right now, we're gonna be getting an emergency action notification at any time now. This is a national alert. This station will sign up for the final time. Please pay attention.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is a national alert. At approximately 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it has been reported that the Garita supervolcano has erupted violently, spewing out half within a 500-mile radius of the volcano. All areas within a 75-mile radius has been completely obliterated, and within 100 to 125 miles have been completely destroyed, as well as many major cities near the volcano. It is expected that this ash will spread throughout the entire United States in the next 24 hours. Many areas have been completely destroyed by lava flows and pyroclastic flows. All residents of the United States, no matter where you are, seek an underground shelter now. Grab necessary supplies such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, phones, chargers, a flashlight, a battery-powered or hand-cranked radio with extra batteries, and a first aid kit. Shelters have been set up in the eastern and the east-central United States, as they will receive little to no ash from the eruption. Stay tuned for more information and updates on this catastrophic situation. The President will be speaking on all stations shortly. Stand by for this message. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcasts and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the United States government to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WCBS-TV. We will continue to serve the New York City area. If you are not in this local area, tune out to stations providing news and information for your area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City area. Do not use your telephone. All telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated.
Civil danger warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service. Due to the eruption of the Garita supervolcano that occurred 1 week ago, temperatures across the world have dropped by -10 degrees Celsius in many areas across the world. It is likely that the entire planet is suffering a volcanic winter. Many famines have occurred as a result of these widespread temperature drops. Approximately 2 million people have died from starvation as crops were killed during the freezing cold. All residents listening to this message are advised to do the following instructions. Stay in your homes. Wear multiple layers of clothing or blankets to keep yourself warm during this time. Drink plenty of hot chocolate to stay warm. Make sure to have a battery-powered radio with you to get the latest updates regarding the situation. Stay tuned for more information and updates on this dangerous situation.
This is an emergency action termination. The ash from the eruption of the Garita supervolcano have cleared out of the area, and the global temperature drops have ended. All residents are free to exit their shelters at this time. However, there is massive damage to the United States. Construction crews will take several years to repair the damages caused by the eruption of the Garita supervolcano. Your government thanks you for your cooperation. We may now switch to regular programming. This is an emergency action termination. The ash from the eruption of the Garita supervolcano have cleared out of the area, and the global temperature drops have ended. All residents are free to exit their shelters at this time. However, there is massive damage to the United States. Construction crews will take several years to repair the damages caused by the eruption of the Garita supervolcano. Your government thanks you for your cooperation. We may now switch to regular programming.
I walk to you so I can be close to you. It's really simple if you look at it that way. Time that we get by with money we don't have. Pockets empty but hearts are full anyway. Hey. Playing like children, love like oranges.